Hey everybody, it's your boy Precy. Before we get into this podcast episodes of Hooves Hardware and Halligan, just right real quick, a little disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this episode of Hooves Hardware and Halligan are solely those of the host, co-host, and guest. They do not reflect the views, policies, positions of any employers, departments, or affiliated organizations, and some topics discussed in this episode may include mature or sensitive content that could be unsettling or offensive to certain listeners. Please use your discretion when listening to this episode. And if anything does bother you, please feel free to reach out to myself or Hartman, and we will do our best to change that going forward so that y'all will continue to enjoy our content. And with that being said, on to this episode of Out with the Old and In with the New, Old versus New series. Take care. Oh, there it goes. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. This is how I was summoned, by the way. This is what I have to deal with from our co-host. Christian, gather your strength and march to the podcast hall at once. The voices of the gods demand to be heard, and the tribe waits not for the slow. Seize your axe, speak with thunder, and let your words echo through the longhouse.
You forgot the Odin's beard part, but
Well,
anyway, guys. Drop your socks and grab your hoses. We got some stuff to talk about today.
alright everybody, so just to let y'all know, this is going to be something that we're trying. Our first out of like maybe 3, 4, depending on how we feel with after the first couple of our old versus new, tradition versus new tech type of run at the podcast. Trying to change it up a little bit, but nothing too insane. We're looking at talking about what?
Sorry, Christian. Which is why we didn't put out an episode this past week, because we were playing back and forth this idea of doing segments where it was 2 or 3 episodes, maybe 4, like Christian said, of us going over this instead of just random stories or questions that we have. Like, we'll still probably do a segment of that from the fans. I don't think Christian would have a problem with it at all.
No.
But that's the explanation for this past week of why we didn't put one out.
Yeah, we're working on ways to keep the podcast as, I guess, young feeling as possible. Keep the same casual campfire style conversations that y'all have come to know over the last, where are we at now? 8, 10 episodes? I've lost track. But anyway, what we're planning on doing with this is we're going to try to talk about like old gaming consoles, hunting gear, what they used to use, what we use now. Same thing when it comes to firehouse, like traditions versus modern technology. And it's just kind of where we're going to get into it. And so, yeah, Hartman, have at it. Your lead.
Oh, God. Sorry, I was playing with GPT again.
Jesus.
You should have never showed me this.
No, I know. I shouldn't have. Sorry, folks. There's a little tism for you.
Anyway, so in the firehouse, there's a lot of, like we said before, the firehouse changes a lot. And there's a whole lot of people that are hit it hard from the yard and then save what you can once it's done. There's a lot of people that, as long as it's not fully engulfed, you go in, do what you can. Personally, I think the old way of go in and try to save what you can is my personal favorite thing to do. But also at the same time, if only the Charlie side of the house is affected. Cool. As of right now, when you pull up on scene, if you can go in and keep it on the Charlie side, you're more apt to save more property.
And for those of y'all that don't know, in Hartman, I'm sorry for interrupting. The Charlie side, and this is the way I was explaining it through the station that I was on. Most stations are the same, some are different. Alpha side's the front of the house. Bravo side's usually the left side. Charlie's the back. Delta's usually the right side. Some stations go the opposite way. Other stations don't. Usually the Charlie side still ends up being the back side of the house.
lot of times it really depends on who your IC is, your incident commander is too. Whoever gets there on scene and how they set it up is how you go off of it.
Well, yeah, unless there's a standard operating procedure or guide in place.
Correct.
So
But like, especially when it comes to preserving life, because the entire mission of the fire department is to protect life and property. Life obviously being the more important of those two. Uh, but like Christian, you can vouch for this. Just because the fire is on one end of the house and the victims on the other doesn't mean the smoke hasn't knocked them down.
the smoke and the fire will
And
take the path of least resistance. If you open the wrong door, the wrong window, that smoke, all that is unconsumed, uncombusted fuel. Fire's going to follow it, flash backdraft, it's going to blow out, whatever you want to call it. And then your victim's
yeah,
fucked.
but pretty much. But like if you have a team on the outside and have two entry teams, and I know volunteer that's very seldom you're going to be able to have two entry teams. You can have them kind of knocking it down from the outside as well as having one team go to where if your victim's on the Alpha side and fire's on the Charlie side, one team goes towards the fire, keeping it pushed back long enough for your search and rescue team to pull that victim out.
But again, it's all depending on manpower.
Yep, that's why I said like you very seldom are you going to have the ability to have two entry teams at one time.
Now, where you'll run into the possibility of having two entry teams, a RIT team, vent team, hose team, search team, whole 9 yards, is if you have enough people, plus you have enough mutual aid companies coming to you with enough people to satisfy that. In a volunteer setting, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
It kind of just depends on the day of the week.
It is true. Anyway.
But like a new piece of technology that I have honestly fell in love with.
Oh God, you fell in love with something new?
I did. It's weird.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really. It's new to me because I've got to play with it a lot more here recently on at trainings and stuff. Has been the thermal imaging camera.
Oh Lord, I love the tick.
And I say that because like, if you set, yes, it is going to show the hottest part. That's going to be your highest, like your white. You have like white, red, blue, yellow. Some of them have purple and green thrown in there. But you can also scan a room with it and very easily, if it hasn't got like super heated in that room, find a victim that's hid. Or you can't see 2 inches in front of your face through your mask because the smoke is so thick, but that thermal imaging camera can see everything.
Yeah, thermal imaging cameras are fucking top notch. Like
And
technology,
they
I love
keep
them.
getting better and better.
See, that's one of the good things about the new technology. But tradition, though, like hands and knees, pike pole type of deal, spread out and do your right-handed search pattern or whatever. And
Don't get me wrong, I love that. It's one of my favorite things to do is search and rescue.
right.
Hence why I'm water rescue. I'll do interior attack at house fires. I'm on the Swiftwater team.
You do a little bit of it all.
Jack of all trades and master of none.
It's the best way to keep it, especially around the damn fire scenes, because them things are always changing. Never.
But then, like something I've seen that I don't think I can truly get behind is fire department coffee posted that. Posted the video of it, and like I'm not trying to step on any toes here. This is just where I seen it, and I want to give them credit for where I seen this at.
Fair.
Ow,
shit, that hurt.
I think it was. Don't hold me to that. If I go back and find out that they never posted this, I'll put in the comments or something. Hey, sorry about this. This isn't where I seen it. This is the link I seen it at.
We'll fix it.
but they had it's a nozzle that hooks on, but it like I guess Bluetooths to your truck somehow, and has this like massive range that you can control how much pressure and stuff's coming into your hose off the truck from your nozzle. And can I get behind that? Yes. Can I get behind that? No, because it's one of those things that like you said, volunteer fire departments, you may have 30 guys show up, you may have 3 guys show up, and being able to get somebody off the truck to do other tasks that was pumping it, yes, I could see the aspect of that. But at the same time, how often does technology mess up?
It is true. Which brings me to this question. Are new tools and technology making the job easier, or is it just adding more noise and frustration?
50-50.
That's about the answer I get from a lot of people that I've asked that question to.
It's a double-edged sword. Like take our gear for instance.
Okay.
If you talk to any of the old timers, what was the one thing that indicated them that they were too deep?
Ears got hot.
Exactly. What is our gear rated for now?
Shit. Double what theirs used to be.
Some cases it's triple. So you're getting too deep, too fast, and not knowing.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you're in a flashover state, or you're getting ready to be in a flash. And to the people that don't know what this is, that
Pretty
is when
colors.
everything in the room. It is very pretty. It's beautiful to watch in a controlled
Environment.
environment. But what a flashover is when it's everything in the room is to its flash point. Everything, the air is going to be on, and all it takes is just a little bit more heat, and then everything goes up, and then everything is on fire, including you.
That's true. Well, here's another one. I'm
And
not.
this can
Go ahead.
go ahead. And I was going to say those can burn upwards of like. Don't give me. Hold on, let me look it up. Before, go ahead and go with what you're doing. Look that up.
So another thing I was going to ask too is I've seen this a lot. Cause like I follow a bunch of different, combination paid volunteer stations and either side of the fence on social media. Like I'm starting to notice a lot of like tablets and fire engines in the rigs. I don't like. It makes sense because like mapping and things of that nature, but there's just another piece of the puzzle that can mess up.
All right. So the way I have seen people explain this to me is, by the way, flashovers can get up to like 1,500, in some cases up to 2,300 degrees.
Yeah, they get a little toasty.
They do. It gets warm. But back to what you were saying. As far as mapping and stuff goes, yes. But were you around? I don't think you ever got to use. It's not active.
I used the hell out of that.
E-dispatch.
No.
So e-dispatch allows you to go in. Certain officers and stuff can go in and put in where your fire hydrants are. They can put the pressure of those fire hydrants. They can put placement of dry hydrants. And not only does it update on your side of e-dispatch, it updates on all surrounding departments as well. So say if you're having a mutual aid call, hold on, I think the baby's getting ready to come outside. Oh, never mind. She's good. She scrolled off. But it updates them as well. So say you tell them to grab hydrant 278. They can pull up 278 and be able to drop a line or a supply line and then drive into the fire from there. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, it's got its purposes, sure.
But like at the same time, like you said, systems go down.
Yeah, and to operate those tablets, don't you have to have some type of like internet on the rigs to run those or sell your plan?
Yes. But at the same time, once you get it pulled up, it's there.
So it'll work offline once you pull what you need.
Yes, and so take So mine works. I have mine set up to where it'll work off of. I think I got it set up. Uh, that my map is based off my Google Maps,
Okay.
and I have. I think it's a 300, maybe 150 mile. It's a 150 mile radius of roads downloaded from my house.
Damn.
So even if I lose internet, I'm still able to use GPS.
It's not a bad deal. I mean, the ability to be able to, excuse me, use mapping and stuff offline, even at 150 miles past your area, is still really great. And that, and live updating your hydrants and dry pipe systems and all that is really good to have too.
It is.
Well, I mean, it all has its place. Like old technology, new technology, it all has its way, and some of it coexists pretty good together. So,
Speaking of new technology, this can tie into the gaming aspect.
oh boy.
Have you seen the VR training that is available now?
I have seen bits and pieces of it. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
To me, that just seems like a big video game. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'd be down. I think it looks fun, but at the same time, I'm a sole believer in the get your boots dirty, train like you fight.
Genzi Kabutsu, Japanese, I believe it is, for go and see. In other words, get your boots on and go look.
Yep. But like, so say they made that available for a VR headset,
Okay.
like not just for fire departments. Would you play it?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Like, I can't say I wouldn't either.
I mean, it may have been out for a while now, but they've had VR out for, I guess, a little bit now, from my understanding, for American Truck Sim. And honestly, if I could justify spending the money on getting a VR headset for American Truck Sim, I'd 100% do it, because that would be amazing.
But so, like, do you think the VR is better than like the old N64s?
I don't know, man. The old N64, that weird little controller that had the D-pad and the one little joystick. And rumble pack, and I don't know. I like the old N64. I had one of those for a while.
If you could modernize any gaming system, which one would it be?
Oh, the N64. That or the Atari, or
Dude, I love Atari.
or Genesis.
I don't think I've ever played Genesis.
The original
Oh,
Nintendo.
Atari.
Or here's one. We both grew up on this one, Guitar Hero. Like,
Everybody thought they were rock stars.
well, okay, so like, you want to talk about back in the PlayStation time, and when everybody had one. This is when the Xbox was just kind of getting their feet wet. You look at PlayStation Unit 2, I think it was. Yeah, PlayStation 2, I believe it was. When you look at Guitar Hero. Like, it was fun. Now imagine that today with, a more modern kick to it.
I think it'd be fun.
I think it'd be really fun.
Another game that I wish that they would, or not really game, the old COD games. You know, the ones that had like a true story behind them.
Yeah.
I would love for them to start doing those again.
Well, I'd like to see him remaster some of Tom Clancy's old Rainbow Six games.
Dude, I forgot about Rainbow Six.
Yeah. And I'm not talking Rainbow Six Siege, because that's still getting updated every so often. I'm talking about, like, I'm wanting to think it was either PlayStation or N64 Rainbow Six. Like, we're talking, like, 64 megapixels or whatever the hell it was. Like, that shitty box graphic that at the time we thought was badass, and now you compare that to today. Actually, that's a good segue.
It's like the Tomb Raider series.
Oh my god.
We were all excited about square
Oh.
boobies.
It was square boobies and the jiggle physics.
Trying to think.
Oh
Speaking of
no.
old versus new, do you know what year Nintendo was founded?
Oh no. God, I feel like I should know this, but I don't. Hang on a second.
September 23rd, 1889.
My brain can't comprehend that. You said 1889?
Nintendo, yes,
136 years.
yes.
Happy fucking birthday, Nintendo. Sorry, we're a little late behind that, but 180. I say 186. I think. Anyway, like, fucking congrats, Nintendo. Like, that is wild.
So they started off. So I'm looking into this right now. They started by selling playing cards.
Yes, they did. But they also had love hotels.
That is, they did.
There's a
They
lot
did. And
lot of
that's-
stuff.
I don't want.
There's a lot of stuff behind Nintendo, and if you go watch some of the Fat Electrician's videos, especially some of the ones he does on the Unsub podcast, and some of his Fat Files, there is a lot of stuff on there from Nintendo, and that shit gets deep. Shout out to Fat Electrician, by the way, one of my favorite fucking YouTubers right now.
Dude, I love his videos. Like,
Chances are he's never going to see our little podcast, but I mean, if he were to ever see it, dude, shout out, your shit's amazing.
yeah, yeah. Like, so my favorite episode was when we, how we got the name Quack Bang.
Yeah, with the dude
Like,
that
all the
fucking threw the rubber duck in.
merchandise.
Yes.
Started the enemy completely off and then threw a flashbang.
Quack bang out. Nick, please don't sue me for saying that. I just think it's hilarious. Yeah, but you know, like kind of one of the parts there kind of brought me into another segment. Like we talk about, late '90s graphics compared to today. Like you take whatever resolution that shit was in late '90s, early 2000s, compared to the 4K and 8K graphics we have today. Dude, it's fucking insane.
Dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine playing 007 GoldenEye
No, better
in
yet.
today's graphics?
No. Better yet. Liberty City or Vice City in today's graphics.
Dude, you can do that.
What?
You can do that. Like, they sell the trilogy
Really?
for, like, I think it's PS5. Hold on.
No, well, you know, I'm not
gonna tell you
console
wrong. Hold
man.
on. Look at it.
Hang on a second. Theft auto. Oh no, they do. Huh. Yeah, but no, I'm talking like they remaster it for today's graphics. Those still look like they've got the graphics of back then. I'm talking like, you know, Liberty City, San Andreas, Vice City in 4K.
I would say I would buy it and play it, but I'm like, I played the crap out of Grand Theft Auto when I was younger.
Oh, I still play GTA 5, and then of course you know the 5M server that me and the boys play on. Like, that's always fun. Damn. Well, how about this? How about here's some old day shit. Was your thing split screen or having a LAN party night?
I don't think I ever done a LAN party.
Do you even know what a LAN party is?
Dude, I grew up at the head of nowhere. Like,
Homie, I grew up in the head of fucking nowhere, and I even know what that is.
I was lucky to have internet when I was in high school.
So, a LAN party, and this is if I remember this correctly, somebody in the comments, I am almost sure will correct me, because some of these people get aggressive. Everybody brings their console. Like, everybody brings an Xbox, for example, and you take in, I don't remember what cord it is, but you hook up each other's console to each other's console or into each other's network, one of the two, or the same network. and everybody's consoles are linked in, and you have a LAN party in one house, line over network or whatever. But everybody has their own their own rooms or whatever, and with their own TV screens, and like you have like an online match basically with each other in the same house on the same network.
Dude, I feel like it would have stopped so many more fights growing up.
Oh no, believe me, it did.
Screen watching.
Oh god, split screen and like, oh, you're screen peeking. Like, buddy, I'm on the bottom screen. No.
Like you just make people be taking cardboards and stuff up to keep.
Done it so many times and still do it. God, man. Well, here's you go. So I know we covered this last time, comparing traditional bows to compound lever actions to semi-automatics. But here's one I don't think we did. So using manual topography maps versus rangefinders, or not rangefinders, but versus GPSs today, like when it comes to being out on the trail, like where it's hunting, fishing, hiking, search and rescue, whatever. Like, which one do you think still holds the holy grail on that?
So, I do a lot more hiking and stuff more than I do hunting anymore.
Fair.
So having the GPS on my phone is awesome, especially since like Apple has upgraded. Yeah, you need to grow up and get a real person's phone.
No, I'm sticking with Samsung, brother. Sorry.
Grow up. Anyway,
Never.
I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Exactly. Jesus, the fucking tism.
But, especially since Apple, I don't know if Samsung has it or not, where you can connect the satellite and it will actually help with your GPS as well if you don't have service.
Brother, we've been doing satellite GPS for a hot minute.
I mean, like, all of it's satellite.
No, like, I'm talking like if I have no cell service, like that where me and Ashley got married at, there's a couple places out there that I'd have zero service. I can literally get on Google Maps, Onyx, whatever, connect to a satellite, and pull up my map image and my location.
Before we go any further, guys, I need y'all to tell me how weird it is that I married an Ashley and then he married an Ashley.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It is kind of weird.
It is.
Spelled different.
Mine's the OG, though.
Huh?
Mine's OG, though.
True. I'm not going to argue with that. But I don't know, like, honestly, me personally, like, I like the old topo maps. But the problem is to get a hold of a topo map now, like, you have to go through, like, a website. And then you got to, fucking, why you need the topo map for this area and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a pain in the ass to get a fucking topo map.
It is, but, like, in situations like I was talking about where I go hiking and stuff more, it's better for me to have one of those because take Red River Gorge, for instance.
Okay.
If you don't hike there a whole lot, you're not going to be able to tell anybody where you're at if you get hurt.
I know, Red River Gorge is like a ginormous area.
It is, and people think it's small. It's not. But, like, being able to
Damn, that whiskey stout.
cross-reference your GPS with your topography maps, if you carry one, is going to make giving coordinates to where you're at so much easier.
Yeah, and like, coming from my aspect of things, like, I haven't updated anybody on this in a while. Work already knows about it now, so I guess cat's out of the bag and then get mad if they want. I got a conditional job offer with the 911 center that I applied for. So, being a hopeful probie in the world of E911, as long as I get past the polygraph, will be good. But anyway, when it comes to that, and that's my understanding of it for years, even as a firefighter in the past and law enforcement and all that, if you can give a 911 your GPS coordinate or a grid coordinate if you got a topo and you know how to shoot an azimuth and all that. You give us a grid, we can probably get to you pretty quick, depending on the topography and all that. But like we'll know.
You know what helps too? You know what helps too? Having your freaking house numbers on your house.
That does help quite a bit too.
We'll
Save that for hot takes. Calm down. You're getting out there. God damn, you gotta calm. I'm the one drinking over here. How the hell are you getting riled up?
Because I'm not anyway.
Fair. But okay, so here's you one. Traditional going out and glassing and looking, or cell trail cams. Like when it comes to scouting. You dropped off the face of the earth.
Kind of both.
Both. But I mean, like if you had to pick, I mean, like, it's going to really depend on what area you're in and the topography and everything of the terrain. But like your go-to.
110% is walk and look, and it's one because I love nature.
I mean, it's fair.
And you can't tell me there's nothing better than being out in the woods, knowing that there's not another person around for miles, and just sitting and soaking it in.
I mean, I don't even have to be away from people for miles. I can literally be within a mile of other people, but be out in the hills and the wilderness and just be at peace. So, like, yeah. Like, there's a greatness to it, sure. But, like, for me, like, love my cell camera. I'm an hour plus away from hunting grounds. Like, knowing what's going on out there, especially now as we're moving into pre-rut, when I can't really afford to drive out there every single day to check everything. Plus, you know, getting your scent and shit scattered everywhere is not good to do. But, like, allowing me to be able to keep tabs on everything is, like, wonderful. Yeah. So, like, but at the same time, like you said, you know, going out and actually doing scouting by hand and taking notes and all this, that, and the third. Like, it does the mind some good. So, I mean, there's a benefit to both, but, you know, if you're not within a reasonable distance from where you're going to be hunting or fishing or whatever, cell cameras are good. I like using them. And if the topography is really bad and you're just too fucking lazy to climb the damn hill every 2 weeks, like if you had an OG cell cam or an OG trail camera, we had to change the battery in the damn SD card out every 2 weeks. Like, you know, wouldn't be bad either, but I digress. That's another tangent.
But then you risk spending all that money for the cell ones, and if you don't get it sealed right, you're just wasting your money.
It's it, and that's one of the things I love about my camera. Like, it is, like, little man could operate that camera. Like, as far as, like, sealing it and shutting it, like, it's simple. Like, it's as simple as sliding a mag into a pistol.
As simple as using a Samsung.
Samsung. I'm gonna punch you one of these days, I swear. Just wait. When we do this podcast in person one day, like face to face, it's gonna be bad. Because I'm sure both of us have a lot of pent up rage towards each other right now. That I'm just waiting for some old school let loose.
But I've whipped your ass once before, and I'll do it again.
Well, I mean, that's fair too. Alright, so here's your good one.
You know what? One thing I would absolutely love to go hunting with, but I think people would look at me like I'm stupid.
Oh God!
Especially if I call to tag it, and they're like, "How'd you harvest it? A spear?"
I don't know. So spear hunting.
Yes, I want to go spear hunting.
Okay, for what though?
I don't care.
Okay, spear hunt a turkey and tell me how that turns out.
I'll spear hunt a turkey. I'll spear hunt an elk. What?
Okay, how about this? Spear hunt that moose I sent you a video of earlier today.
Absolutely.
You're fucking crazy. That motherfucker looks like he'll ruin your life and every fucking life after that.
Bro, the way I look at it, if the good Lord wants to take me by moose attack, the good Lord's going to take me by moose attack.
That doesn't mean you You add to the situation. You don't add insult
Buddy,
to
that plan's,
injury.
that plan's done. That plan's done written. Like there ain't nothing I can do about it.
I mean, okay, yeah, I get that. All right. Anyway, so here's your one. What, like, if you think back for a while, what is one piece of gear that broke when you needed it most? Like, tow chain, ratchet binder, fucking whatever. Like a piece of gear that was always your number one go-to, and the one day that you needed it most, it just said you and left. Yeah, no, a 10mm socket doesn't count.
Damn it. Anyway, so this goes back to when me and my cousin were little, and I know this sounds really stupid,
Oh boy.
but so we had seen how much money his dad had got from hauling off scrap metal, right? So we decided we needed a new game system. So what do? We start collecting scrap metal.
Oh.
Well, the property that my uncle owns, people used to go up there and dump those stuff over the hill all the time until he bought it. So a bunch of scrap metal down there. We were using a Red Devil, a Come Along, and a Ratchet Strap.
I think I can see where this is going.
So my cousin, he's closer to the bottom of the hill. I'm a little bit older, so I have the muscle to be able to crank it and all that. He just has to hook it up.
He was your swamper.
He's only like a year younger than me. Do what?
I said you sent him to do the swamper work.
Yeah. Well, he hooked it up. Sorry, the neighbors are arguing. I'm trying to figure out what it was about. So I'm cranking it up, going to town on this Red Devil. The ratchet strap breaks. We have this hooked to an AC unit,
Oh God.
like one of the 2-ton AC units. And for those that don't know, that's not how much the unit weighs. It's just a measurement of how much air can be pushed by. I think I'm not sure. I don't work on AC units. But the strap broke, and I didn't see my cousin jump out of the way. Right,
Uh-huh.
so he dives behind the tree. I don't see him. My mind instantly goes to, "Oh God, he's dead."
Jesus.
So I take off running back up the hill. And before any of y'all say anything, this is back when parents turned us loose out in the yard, and if you wanted something to drink, you drank out of the water hose.
Yeah, or a stream. Like, there's no phone. There's no come back in the house unless somebody died or it's dark.
So I threw the front door up and went, "Sissy, Justin's dead."
Jesus.
She starts panicking, and then we both run back down the hill, and then here comes my cousin. Just, did you see that? I almost died.
Sure, that went over like a lead balloon.
So my wife swears up and down that me and my cousin are the reason my aunt has nerve problems.
Probably.
Anyway, what about you?
Damn, it'd be kind of hard to top something like that. Well, I mean, old Turtle out here fucking gave her up on me the other day, and I was gonna, sell him for a minute. As far as everybody knows, Turtle is my little Ford Police Interceptor that I've got at 2013, little Taurus. I call it the Turtle. And it's been a great little car for the 2 years or so that I've had it. Love the car. Great fucking car. But well, me and my Turtle, you leave me alone. Damn thing's fucking AC went out the other day. I was like, alright, cool, no big deal. Check the fuse, it was just a little 15, 20 amp fuse. New fuse in, no big deal. Well, then the speedometer and the RPM gauge cluster goes out. Like, okay, cool. Fuse, no problem. Well, then the son of a bitch didn't want to fucking do anything at all the other day. Lord have mercy. And I tell you that I had to trace down battery cables, fuses, relays. It to come to figure out the simplest damn thing ever was that the little switch, little button on the inside of the door panel. When you close your door, it kills your like interior lights.
Yeah.
That little thing got stuck, and it drained my battery. And so, like, my brain didn't check that, and so, like, figured out my battery is dead. I was like, okay, we'll jump it, get things going, and then, like, I go to work, come back from work, get ready to go to work the next morning, car's dead again. I'm like, what the fuck? Finally, tracked it down. I was like, oh, okay, it's a stupid little $3 switch. Like, I just end up bypassing it so it doesn't fucking come on anymore, so, like, saves that problem. But, I don't know, one of the other tools, I guess, that I've had broke, this has been, I don't really remember exactly how long ago it was, but using a four-wheeler, help haul a, old, hunting house, from, mountain, old service job, strip job, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it was behind my dad's house there from a day ago. And we was hauling all the way down, probably 10, 15 miles away from where it was set up at. And we had, 4 ratchet binders, 4 or 6 of those, like, heavy-duty plastic, like watering troughs. Not like the rubbery ones, but like the whole solid plastic troughs. And anyway, we were coming down a little single lane back road in the middle of a fucking holler in eastern Kentucky. Ratchet straps break.
There goes the water.
The water troughs go flying, and here goes this hunting shack that this dude built. That cost him probably $500 then. The bill, which is probably like $2,000 now, goes rolling down a fucking 230-foot embankment and just shatters this dude's hunting shack. I mean, bro had a TV in there. He had a generator. He had a little mini fridge. Like, he had it set up. It was nice. But yeah, like...
Bro, that's not a hunting shack. That's where he went when his wife was mad at him.
Well, he said it was his hunting shack. I don't know. But anyway, like, okay, so like that happens. Like, cool. Help you rebuild it. Dude has all the extra shit to fix it. We salvage what we can. Then on the way back home on that four-wheeler, the damn fucking front passenger axle just leaves a chat. Takes me and a buddy of mine at the time, don't remember his fucking name because we're not friends anymore. We haven't been friends since this incident. But takes me and him and flings us off the frickin' ATV after it slams into a power pole. I go land in the creek about 15 foot in front of the ATV. He goes flying across the creek because he weighed like, I don't know, 80 pounds soaking wet. Just slams him into a frickin' cedar tree. Needless to say, we walk our happy asses home. We live like 2 doors down from each other. And his parents beat the shit out of me. My dad beat the shit out of me. And, like, this, of course, this is like when you could beat your kid for doing something stupid, or somebody else's kid for doing something stupid and not get in trouble for it. And called discipline. And yeah, so broke ratchet straps, broke water troughs, broke a four-wheeler, and broke a hunting shack. All that shit simultaneously failed.
Me and my cousin, we were out putting deer stands up. And we were on the furthest point away from our property, right?
Yeah.
My cousin sees a big mud hole that he wants to go through. So, you know, he's going through it. We get stuck. When we finally get it out, the four-wheeler winds up real high and then just stops.
Oh, Lord.
We pulled this forward back because my uncle always told us, anything you take in the hills that's not meant to be left, you better come back with.
Yep.
And I'm talking about, like, if he instilled in me that anything you pack in, you pack out. So, like, trash, anything like that, right?
Leave it better than you found it or the way you found it.
Exactly. So, me and him both thinking we're going to get the crap beat out of us if we don't get this four-wheeler back.
Right.
So we take a ratchet strap and it's on the front end of it. We put it in neutral, and me and him are taking turns and pulled this four-wheeler like 8 miles back and forth.
Jesus.
And it's not even that bad. So like to get up to the strip job, there's a big hill and there's a big switchback.
Okay.
So we coasted down the hill, but then we almost died to switchback.
Needless to say, y'all got it back to where it went, but I'm sure you probably still got in trouble because you tore the four-wheeler up.
Oh no, he laughed because how far the woods we went to get the four-wheeler back.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably a good thing, then.
He straight told us, he's like, I was wondering when that four-wheeler was going to break down.
All right.
Gee, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, really. So, you had a hot take while ago. You was getting ready to get on a tangent on about addresses being visible on houses and mailboxes. Why don't you get back on that little tangent?
Okay, so I understand this is a tedious thing that most people don't want to deal with because the numbers peel off or they're hard to see or all this other stuff. I don't care about all that in an emergency. When you call 911, when the dispatcher asks for your 911 address, it's those numbers plus whatever street, holler, cul-de-sac, whatever you want to call it, that you live on, and the zip code. All right, those numbers help us find you and find you quickly. And the way they are set up is, say your address is 4628. You live 4.6 miles up that holler. And I know that might sound like, oh, that's easy to find. You know, you go 4.6 miles up this holler, and that should be the house. No. Because you live at 46. How many of your other neighbors also had the first two numbers of 46 of the numerics on your address? So now we're having to, and if none of you have numbers on your mailboxes or on your house itself that we can see, and I'm not talking about there's people that say, oh, the number's on my house, and then they have these little stupid mailbox letters on the side of their house that is 200 yards away from the road. How am I supposed to see that?
And then they got one of them bright-ass LED porch lights on that faded out anyway, so you can't see shit.
Exactly. So this helps us cut the numbers are there to help us find you very easily. And another thing that kills me is they will give you a house description, but then you can't see their house from the road. If you live a quarter mile up a driveway at the top of a ridge and you don't have the numbers of your house at the bottom of your driveway, why did you give me a house description? I can't see that your house is blue with purple shutters and a green roof.
I guess not, especially if it's that far up the damn holler.
Exactly. That being said, please put your numbers on your house.
Yeah.
Or the mailbox at the bottom of your driveway. And if you don't have a mailbox, they sell these wonderful pieces of wood at Lowe's called 4x4s, and you can get them cut as long as you want them. Dig about a 6 to 8 inch hole. Put that piece of wood in there and make sure it sticks up about 3 feet from the ground, and then just put the letters or the numbers on the pole. That's all I'm asking.
Reflective high-vis numbers help.
Yes. Hey, you can even get fancy, and there's places that make them that they'll light up.
Mm-hmm. Depending on how much you're willing to spend.
Yep. And with that, I'm going to step down off my soapbox.
Oh, God. Man, I don't really have anything on hot takes to follow with that one, to be honest with you. I mean, aside from this, iPhones are fucking overrated. Y'all are a fucking cult that you have to pay for your shit. Samsungs are better. We've been doing a lot of shit that y'all been doing for a far longer time.
Grow up.
Oh, look at the fucking statistics. Samsung.
I can't read.
Well, because you use a fucking iPhone, it reads everything to you.
Exactly. Fuck you, bitch.
Fucking lazy ass.
Um,
I don't get so much hate
here's
for that
one I
one
know
in the
you can get.
comments.
Here's one I think you can get behind.
All right, what you got?
If the fire department is at a car wreck or a structure fire or doing anything, and those red lights are on, don't come up and ask us what happened.
No.
Because I promise you, you are going to get some stupid answers.
Yes.
Like, I've told people spark attack.
I have heard one of our old fire instructors tell people that one time. Because I used to be on the same department that both him and I used to be a member of. It was hilarious. Me and him were both working that scene. We was both doing traffic control on the same end. Some old lady come driving up. Well, what's the road blocked off for? What's going on up here? Shark attack. Shark attack. With the creek and fresh water in this area? Ain't no sharks up this way. Ma'am, I promise you it's a shark attack. You don't want to see the blood, gut, and gore, do you? No? Okay, you turn around and go the other way.
I've heard UFO abduction.
Yep.
I've heard tap dancing cows.
Yeah, there's one that I always used. Is we just felt like blocking the road off to be an inconvenience. That one got me in trouble a couple of times.
My favorite thing is always, I don't know, go ask the trooper.
Exactly. I don't know, go see the blue lights up or go ask them. There's a bunch of them to that one. Or when somebody comes up, approaches the scene before everybody gets there and we get, secured and locked down real good. What happened to them? Oh, they come splat. What's splat? Severe personal low altitude trauma. You see that roof? Yeah. You see where they're at? Yeah. That's the low altitude. It's personal because it's to them.
It's not the fall that kills you.
It's that sudden stop when you hit the bottom.
It's like speed. Speed has never killed anyone. Suddenly becoming stationary.
Exactly. But you come stationary at the same exact freaking speed you were going. If you're doing 80 mile per hour and all of a sudden you hit a fucking wall, you're hitting that wall at 80 mile per hour and then coming to a sudden stop from 80 to 0. That shit hurts.
So let me ask you this. In a collision, how many hits are there?
It's the initial hit from the collision, the first hit from getting launched forward, the hit from the impact when you hit something in front of you, the hit when you get launched off of that object back to your chair, the hit when you hit your chair, the hit when you slump over, and then probably the hit you're going to get whenever I smack you to see if you're still alive or not.
You're thinking way too far into this. There's 3 hits.
Okay.
Your car hits something.
Yeah.
You hit the car.
Okay.
Your internal organs hit you.
Fair. I mean, I was going to get to that point eventually. I'm just going through the list.
But like, there's so many people. It's like, oh, I hit this. Like, the damage of you, your organs are free floating in you, and like this is going to sound a really weird concept to people. But like, if you have abdominal surgery and they take out your intestines, you'd think that the doctors and stuff would like put them back to where they just like get them in there.
Yeah, they'll arrange herself.
Yeah, they rearrange yourself. It's weird. It's real weird.
The body does some weird shit. The body is a very weird organ.
It is.
Alright, overrated or underrated? Crossbows during archery season.
I think we went over this last time.
We may have, I don't remember.
Like, it's one of those things, like, yes, they're technically considered a bow, but at the same time, like, there are people out there that enjoy bow hunting way more than they like rifle hunting.
Right.
And they can't really handle the rifle against their shoulder anymore. Or they love bow hunting, but they can't pull the bow back anymore. So, crossbow. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with crossbows.
But overrated or underrated deer and archery season? Like, should it have its own season, like separate from everything else?
Depends on why you're wanting to use a crossbow.
That's just general purpose. Like, just dude likes crossbow better than he does anything else.
Because I think it should have its own season.
Yeah.
Like, I think it should be in with shotgun.
Meh.
Because shotgun is a close proximity compared to like a 30-06.
I mean,
And so is a crossbow. Like, you're not going to be dropping a deer with a crossbow from 200 yards. You're also not going to be dropping a deer with a shotgun from 200 yards.
some of those slugs that they have out now can reach some scary distances. I don't think quite 200 yards, but they can poke out there a good bit.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it should be in with shotguns.
Okay, here's your one. If you had to use one piece of gear from 50 years ago, what would you use? And like, this says, our guide here has to hunt with, but like, what's just you pick what you want to use, whatever piece of gear for from 50 years ago. I'll put our own little spin to it.
Ah.
Like, I mean, I'm still using, like, for example, like, freaking climbing stand. They was using those for the last 30, 40 years. I mean, it's not exactly 50, but, been using it for a while.
Really the only thing I can think of is there's a lot of people use rattle bags now, and I don't think you get the same sound you do out of that. Like, I would rather just use the horns,
Yeah.
like the sheds.
Sheds have a more natural tone to them.
Yeah. So I think I would have to go with just normal sheds instead of these new, like, rattle bags and stuff that they've got.
Yeah, that would probably work better. No, I mean, to our listeners out there, it might be able to help us out a little bit here. Share your best old versus new story when it comes to hunting, gaming, the outdoors, or any of your real life scenarios. And just real quick, little recap here. This is like the start of our out with the old, in with the new, but we're still keeping some of the old into it. So yeah, like, let us know your favorites, what you think we should add or take away from our podcast here a little bit. And Hartman, you want to roll us out on this one and send us on?
Question for y'all. Do you think it'll ever get to the point that instead of actually going out and hunting, you will have a VR setup that you pay to go use, like you would your normal tags, and you can hunt, quote unquote hunt, but instead of you actually harvesting an animal, you harvest in the game or in the virtual reality, and then you wait 2 to 3 weeks and they send you a mount, or you go pick up a mount of the deer that you killed in game. Do you think it will ever get to that point, or do you think we'll always have the traditional hunters around?
I believe traditional will be the only way to go, in my personal opinion, because one, I'm gonna bust your bubble. I'm gonna bust your bubble real quick, and probably some other people's too.
What I'm saying, hey Christian, save that discussion for next week.
Okay.
Let anybody who wants to chime in on it, read some of their responses as well.
All right, fair. I've got my opinion on that, but I'll hold it to myself.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little tired here.
Hey, you and me
But
both.
with that being said, guys, remember, take care of yourself, take care of others. If you ever need a reason to stay alive until you run out of shampoo and body soap at the same time. Stay alive until Tom catches, or Yeah, Tom catches Jerry, or Winnie the Pooh doesn't like honey anymore. These may sound like stupid things, but there's people that have continued because remember continued because of stupid things like this. And remember, your story's not over. There's always someone out there that's willing to listen. There's always someone there to talk to. If it's not friends or family, reach out to the page. We've got Facebook, YouTube, uh, Discord. Is that the three we've got right now?
So yeah, we've got Facebook, YouTube, and Discord.
So reach out to those three. Me or Christian one will get back to you. Because I've told Christian this before. I would 100 times rather sit and listen to your story and listen to you bitch than read your obituary.
1,000%. Would rather listen to your story than listen to your eulogy.
Except for pedophiles.
Well, there's a few categories that doesn't. I can't. I have to be careful saying that. I don't know how a future employer would look at me saying that because you got to be kind of non-biased, but still. Anyway, folks, it's simple as that. It's the simple things of life. Have fun, be safe, and remember, it's okay to not be okay. Everybody has bad days, but your bad day does not mean the end.
And trust me, I've been on the receiving end of losing somebody to something like that, and it's not fun.
You might be.
You don't realize the people that you break, or you may think you're doing everybody a favor, but in reality, you were just going to make it worse on someone else.
Yeah, you're just taking the pain that you're feeling and you're pushing it on to everybody else, and that's not cool. Sorry, to me, suicide's a selfish act. Like, I hate to be that guy, but it is.
And with that, keep your brass shiny, your hoses rolled.
Keep your aim
Anything to add
true.
to that?
Yep. Keep your aim true, and unlike me, make sure your internet lag is on point, and keep your pings low. And we'll catch you all in the next episode of Hooves, Hardware, and
check
Halligan's.
your door lights. And check your door lights.
Check your door lights. We'll get into that one on the next episode. I'll make sure I write that one down. But yeah, guys, y'all take care, and we will talk to you all on the next episode. Again, just a quick reminder, in the comments there, give us your old versus new, and then like Hartman was asking too, will hunting eventually become digitized to the point that you can hunt VR in some type of game setting and get what you harvested 2 or 3 weeks later as a mount? Which I think would be weird, but I'll save it for the next episode. Anyway, take care, guys. Have fun. Be safe, and it's okay to not be okay.